Hey guys, what's up everybody? Welcome back to House of a Warrior. My name is Lorraine Adoyo. Um, I'm standing next to the window, so I might get distracted, but I wanted to come on here and make a really short video. Um, I'm dressed, I am all made up, I am on my way out. This week is the death anniversary. It looks a bit dark on my side, but I hope you guys can see me. Can see how pretty I look. Anyway, this week is the death anniversary of my daughter, my mom, and my dad. And this is why I don't like March. Like I hate the month of March with a passion, you know. Yeah, so tomorrow, the 11th of March, my daughter would be 11 years old. She passed away at birth. I don't want to cry. Yeah, she passed away at birth. I carried her for 9 months and 1 week. Um, and yeah, that's that. I was gonna name her Kendall. Um, so every time me and my sisters talk about her, we always call her by her name. I hope she's in a better place. I hope she's okay. I hope she's happy. You know, I would have had an 11-year-old, guys. Like, imagine an 11-year-old, every time Alani does something or her personality comes out, I'm always thinking at the back of my mind, like, is this what Kendall would be like? Would they be similar in any way? Like, would she look at like me or look like Alani? Because Alani doesn't look like me at all, you know. And I'm always just wondering, like, is this the one child who would look at me? Because you people know my kids, and you know how much Imari looks like his dad, and how much Alani looks like his aunties, his dad's sisters. You don't know them, but yeah, she looks so much like them. And I'm always just wondering, is Kendall the one who would have looked like me, you know? And yeah, you know, that's it. But I'm grateful that I'm still here. I'm grateful that God gave me another chance, another opportunity at having kids. And I'm just my heart goes out to every mom out there who is at this particular moment mourning the loss of their child, you know, or going through something that like that. And I'm just like, you know, something will come out of it, something good will come out of it, no matter how hard that is to believe right now. Something good will come out of it. Because when I lost Kendall, I thought I would die, you know. I thought they would just like, I would just die, you know. And so, because I do not have a grave to go to, Kendall was buried by the hospital, which was a decision that I don't even remember making. I think it was made by the people around me at the time. I was really young, and I don't know how it ended up that way, but she was taken care of by the hospital I was in, so I do not have a physical grave to ever go to and mourn her and remember her, but those memories are always in my heart, you know, the little kicks she did while in my tummy, all the little shopping that I could afford to do at the time in readiness for her. I still remember every little thing that I did to prepare for this child. I remember her dad, because Kendall's father is not my current husband. And you know, so I am dressed, and I wanted to put on something colorful. I wanted to make myself look pretty. I did not want to look like my problems today, you know. And so I dressed up. I look really pretty. I did my makeup because I want to head out and go buy flowers. I want to go buy flowers to commemorate my baby's anniversary. You guys, like I said, I do not want to cry. I will cry tomorrow while you guys are watching this. I'll be crying. Yeah, but that's it. And then on the 16th of March 1993, I lost my mother. Tomorrow will be 29 years without her. Yeah, and I was 6 when my mom died. I remember everything up to that moment of her passing. I remember everything so clearly, how we came back home from school, Tanya, Vera and I, and we found our dad in the veranda in the back, on the back of our house, in the where the veranda was, and he was crying, and it was the first time I ever saw my dad cry. And I remember just how sad he was, and how tight he held the three of us. And I remember everything, I remember the process of the planning of the funeral. I remember us going home. I remember the burial. I remember every little thing that happened when my mother died. 29 years later, yeah. And then the next day, on the 17th of March, 5 years after my mother died, my father decided to follow suit. Yeah, so my dad passed away on the 17th of March 1998. And by this time I had already been adopted by my auntie who raised me. So I was in Mumias, but I remember her coming to get me from class that morning. She came to class 5 North. I was in class 5 North. I remember her coming to my class, and she just looked really tired and so exhausted, and like she had been crying, but of course I couldn't tell. I just thought she looked tired. And not that she wasn't nice to me, but I remember her being extra nice and extra pampering to me, and just, as in, she was just being extra. And I thought, okay, what have I done? Which subject have I passed? Which teacher has told her I did good? And she didn't tell me anything. And I remember my grandma was in Mumias visiting. Now my dad's mom had come to Mumias for treatment, so she was over visiting. And she took me home, and I didn't know. I didn't ask questions. I was a very shy and timid young girl, and I just went with the flow. Especially because I was being. It was not my mother. Yeah. Of course, now I look at her as my mother, but those times, you guys understand, I was still so young, and of course I knew this is not my mom, and I have to be quiet all the time, and I have to just do what I'm told. And so I just followed suit. I did not ask any questions. She was like, we are going home, and we went home, and I found my grandmother like out of it, like wailing, crying. All my aunt's friends were at our house, and that is when they told me, Daddy has been sick for a while, you know that? And I was like, yeah. And he passed away. And yeah, I also remember everything. I remember how my grandfather at the funeral was so furious and mad at everybody. This was his only son from his first wife. So he was so furious at everybody at the funeral. I remember all these things so vividly, and especially today, and I don't know why. And March is always such a horrible month for me. And when it started, because it was Lent season, I told myself that I'm not gonna let it get to me this time. Like, this is the year I push past all the hurt, past all the sorrows, past everything that has happened to me in this, you know what? In this month, especially when I was pregnant, I am always very paranoid, you guys. Like, something could happen to me, and I'm just like, okay, that's it. That's it. Like, that is it for me. It is March. It is the month where people just die haphazardly in my family. And so, yeah, I'm next. In this month, I am always so paranoid with my children, with my husband, with my sisters, with my nephews, anyone calling me and telling me they have a headache. I'm just like, you guys, it's March. Please just run to the doctor. Please just make sure you're... Yeah, but anyway, that is the background of why I look like this. I'm gonna head out and go to Naivas and buy my baby girl some flowers. I'm sure they'll not be still alive by the time it is my parents' anniversary, so I'll buy more when it's that time. But yeah, just for tomorrow, I'm just gonna buy flowers today for my baby girl. And just remember Kendall, she will be 11 years old. tall, because her daddy was so tall and I'm also so tall, and I'm sure she would be like extra tall. Like Alani is tall and she's just 3 years old. Alani is the tallest girl in her class. Like they asked me for Alani's birth certificate, not just to make sure that she's within the age of that class, to make sure that she's really 3, because these teachers were like, are you sure she's only 3 years old? And I'm like, yeah, she's just 3. And they're like, she's so big. Yeah. So I'm just trying to picture like what her pretty little face would look like, because I know she would be the prettiest girl in the world. And yeah, so this is my outfit. Can you see my back? Yeah, you guys, I tried so hard, so hard for me to not look like what I'm going through today, because I'm going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. Yeah, so 11 years and counting, and I know I have lost more babies before I had Alani and Imari, but those ones were premature, like really early on, like 6 months, 4 months. And yes, I remember my babies, all of them, but Kendall just had an impact. First of all, she was my first baby, and I carried her to 9 months. I did not even carry Alani and Imari to 9 months, you guys. Yeah, so she when I explain myself, like, I cannot do that without mentioning Kendall. Yeah, and that is why her anniversary always gets me so badly, like so badly. So you guys, wish me luck, especially tomorrow and next week on the 16th and 17th. So remember me in your prayers. If you're those people that believe in positive vibes and sending good vibes all around, please send some my way, because I need it. And I will see you guys next time. I'm about to head out, and then we will catch up next time. Okay, so guys, bye. See you next time.